It may sound mad, but the idea of the English village green has taken root in the Waikato. There's more sizzling sausages and cucumber sandwiches, but what former black cap John Parker is trying to recreate is the community spirit surrounding the local sports ground. And as Matt Chisholm discovered, they've got community spirit in spades there.
This is our Lords here.
There's over 100 people here today, you know, kids and wives, and mate, it's fantastic, isn't it?
It's making the district again, really.
After more than a decade without play,
it's just a district. There's no shops, there's no retail areas.
Kaipaki cricket is back.
If you looked out here 2 years ago, what would you have seen?
Just a flat paddock and water troughs, plastic hose pipes, a lot of sheep.
I never thought in my lifetime I'd actually see this happen, and it was a surprise to me to drive down and find suddenly this whole ground was cut out. In fact, I thought someone had bought it and was actually making it into some sort of amphitheatre, nothing to do with cricket.
The small Waikato district now boasting some of the best amateur sporting facilities in the country, including a very English-looking village green, which is proving to be a huge magnet.
And we've got a former All Black, we've got former Chiefs players. There was one particular game we had 5 ex-first-class cricketers. It's their club and it's their village green type of thing.
We've got a cricket team here with 30 people on the roster, and they are all players who admit they wouldn't be playing if it wasn't for the promise of playing in a really nice little cricket ground.
The days of the old windswept dust bowl are over?
Well, I hope so. When you come to the end of your career, most cricketers in New Zealand can't wait to get away from cricket. And what we want to do is bring them back.
Along with their wives and children.
All sports should target mums. So we're trying to target mums here, so then families will be involved for 40, 50, 60 years.
The Kaipaki Centre then much more than just a pretty cricket ground. Also on offer netball, tennis, hockey, athletics, aerobics, Pilates and mini golf.
I don't think any sport can exist in New Zealand by itself anymore.
The man behind Kaipaki's revival, former New Zealand cricketer and founder of Sport Waikato, John Parker.
Oh, he's a special man, isn't he? He's a visionary. He's done everything in sport. He's played professional cricket in England, he's coached sport, he's been an administrator, he's owned sports shops.
We all had a few misgivings for a start as to how we were going to raise money, but John was positive. And look where it's got him, you know.
A $700,000 project for just $310,000 in 18 months.
We got a lot of it from the council, we got a lot of it from gaming machine companies. Then we got a lot of local companies to sponsor the project as well. The gap, the 400, is volunteer hours, working bees. For example, McPherson's did 50 grand's worth of earth moving and only charged us 10 grand. We explained the project to them, they all just came and did their community duty, as they called it, and just all happened. We got the cricket ground, dug the ground down, put a bank around it. Then we also put a petanque area in, picket fences, so it's very English as cricket is. Artificial chip and putt course. Then we took the netting down, resurfaced the tennis courts so that there's netball and a bit of an interruption there, wasn't it?
And if that picturesque pitch wasn't motivation enough, everyone's playing the game for nothing.
Nobody pays any subs. We just don't want any hindrance or issue with participation. The Pilates are free, the exercise classes are free, most things are free, and we have that funded by local businesses who give us $500 or $1,000 a year.
Neighbours New Zealand National Field Day Society have signed up for 3 years, stumping up with $5,000 this season.
We draw people from this community to help us out, so we want to put a bit back into them as well.
You're going to steal players from down the road, because why would they play there if they can play here for nothing?
That's already happened. A lot of the guys over our shoulders here are from Hamilton.
And if this end of season prize giving is anything to go by, they've had a great first season back.
I am going to come together very shortly if I get off my lap. So if you got up and leave, that'd be fantastic. Thank you very much.
Is this sustainable?
Very sustainable under this method, much more sustainable than any other method of paying subs.
I wish it was nowadays, it was the same thing. Subs are always the biggest bugbear to chase.
But is this the model that'll pull New Zealand cricket out of the doldrums?
Well, I think it will do a lot of things. It will bring communities together, as it has in this area. And it just so happens that it's a wonderful opportunity for cricket.